Hey, what's up guys? Rave13 here and welcome to another Gunpla review. Okay, well, sorry for the delay. I've just been very busy, so I decided to release a the real grade Zaku 2 frame review instead of the full review itself, and on top of that, I'm actually trying new things. I noticed that my reviews are taking too long, 20 plus minutes, so I decided to try new things, see how far I can go with it, and on top of my other projects also. Okay, now let's get straight to it, shall we? So what we have here today is the Char Aznable Custom Zaku 2 real grade. This is actually the second real grade that was released, and this unit was released somewhere around 2010. The price, it's actually not that bad. Price varies, but I'll put the price right over here for you guys to check it out. Okay, so building this unit is actually really nice. Now, I did actually had a few issues while building this unit here, which I will be talking about soon. Okay, so if you're wondering who Char Aznable is, my suggestion is check Gundam Wikia or watch the Mobile Suit Gundam Origin series at Gundam Info. Right over here, Gundam Info on YouTube. There you go. Okay, so, and for the real grade frame Zaku 2, check right over there for the review of the frame itself. Trust me, it's really not that bad. I actually do like it. Okay, now I decided to do a presentation here with all the weapons already in place. It's actually not that bad. In their placement here, you get a couple of options. Now, one thing I do want to point out with the issue that I was mentioning is the rocket launcher placement here doesn't actually have a locking mechanism. So it's really not that stable. It will fall off. And I'm actually taking it off. So the other issue that I got here is the mono eye does not move at all. And you can actually pull this out easily. Actually, it's not, the head pulling it out, not really an issue because it's actually stable enough. Okay, now the other part that I do want to point out is just one simple issue. That's it. It's the seam line for the shoulder here. That's it. And the nub. That's the only thing noticeable if you're just building this straight, easily fixable. Sanding it will take care of the seam line and the nubs. I've actually put some details also here for you guys to see. Now, I think that's the only issue that I actually got here. Posting this, I haven't actually tested it yet. Now, it's actually a really solid build. That's all I can say. As you guys can see here, I'm just gonna zoom this in. So you guys can see over here, you get your panel lines, really good placement, even on the shoulders, the chest. It's actually everywhere. It's actually well designed. And the armor pieces are separate for the legs here. You get a couple of pieces here that I actually put in place, which is not bad at all. Really not that bad. The thrusters, really good design. There's an internal frame there also, which is really, really nice. I'm just astounded. I actually stopped building real grade for a couple of years after I purchased Zepentaris. And Zepentaris, I really did not actually like that due to certain issues, which I'll be talking about on a separate video soon. Okay, as you guys can see, the details there are really, really nice. Yep. Okay, now the next part that I want to show you guys are the stickers here, the decal sheet. I haven't actually used them, but it's really not that bad. I've actually used it on the other one. So I'm actually gonna be placing this soon. Gonna use a matte clear to make this look good. Okay, now weapon placement here. You guys, let's talk about that. You guys have already seen where the bazooka is. Now, you actually get a couple of slots here that you can place your heat hawk, which, yeah, best part is you can actually rotate it. And same goes for here. Now, here's another part that I actually like, the other gimmick here. Too bad that they don't, oops. Yeah, that's, okay, where was I? Too bad they didn't actually have an extra ammo here, because I would have really liked to have one. Okay, so you can actually place this due to the slot here. It's circular with a slant. There you go. Not bad. Okay, now the next part that I actually want to point out is the weapon here. As you guys can see, there's a slot there in the finger. There's actually, it's part of the handle here for the weapon, which I'm gonna show you guys with the bazooka here. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there's the best part is it actually rotates. Ooh, boy, I didn't actually expect that. So that's another disadvantage. Make sure you place it properly, otherwise it's gonna fly away. It doesn't really matter how you place this. So you can actually put this in left and right without having any issue at all, which I'm quite happy. Yep. Okay. Now the next part is the heat hawk here. Actually have a handle, also a slot here. Yeah, which is not bad. And funny thing is, this is actually two-piece here. Now there's nubs there. You can actually sand it down easily or paint it, which is really nice. It's actually two pieces. Okay. Now, the gimmicks for the weapons is actually not that bad also. This one here is actually, the bazooka actually got multiple pieces. Oops. You get the handle here. You get the scope that's movable. You've already seen the ammo for the Zaku machine gun. You get the handle that moves. Scope, which is not that bad. And the best part is, oops, it's actually very, very solid. Okay, now why don't we remove this? Now, easy to remove also. Okay. Now for the heat hawk, this one only will work with the right hand. Actually, we'll just keep this simple. Okay, now the next part that I actually want to show you guys is the mobility test here. Okay, now for the head here, I'm gonna put it back. This is actually a minor issue. You actually got good mobility here. Okay, now for the shoulder, you got mobility, and you can actually pull this out, which is really nice, giving you more mobility. There's the other gimmicks there. You can actually put that there. The shoulder piece actually is mobile as always, and shield shoulder, not bad. Now you get your always 360-degree arm, which is nice. Okay, now the next part is this, the bending test, which is really good actually. And the opposite way, yeah. And there's the other gimmick there. Which is really, really nice. Okay, for the hand, you get your 360-degree turn. And there you go. And then you get your fingers that actually moves. Now, on my frame review, I've already shown you guys the mobility for this here. I'm going to show it to you guys. Now, all the fingers doesn't actually move. This pieces here doesn't actually move at all. Just this. Now, 3 fingers here are all together. The trigger finger is on its own. You get your thumb that is mobile, which is not that bad. Okay, now for the back here, you get your thrusters that is actually mobile. Now, the cables here is actually not mobile as always. Okay, now, oops. Now let's do a turn waist test here. It actually got limited turning, sadly. Okay, now the next part, the gimmick. The other gimmick that I want to show you guys is the cockpit here. You can actually see the chair there. Sadly, there's no pilot. The pilot, I will show you later. Okay, now for the leg test. Okay, there's the gimmick there. And there's the other gimmick. The spring. Yeah. Now that's how far it can go. And I forgot to show you guys the mobility of the skirts. Oops. Yeah. Now, as you guys can see, there's mobility on the skirts here. Back skirt, side skirt, even the front skirt is actually the most important part is the back skirt. The amount of details Bandai did is really great. Okay, now for the foot here, you actually got moving parts here. 3 parts, which is really, really nice. It's actually mobile. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so there you go for the mobility test, which is really not that bad. Very versatile, real great. I like them. I hated them for a while due to that one specific kit, GP01, but I like that kit also. Okay, so one thing I want to point out that actually I had issue with is actually the cables here, especially the spring. Made a couple of mistakes. I actually had to remove it. And this is actually quite solid once you're done with it. Now there's actually seam lines and nubs that if you look closer, it's actually kind of noticeable if you actually inspect it. Otherwise, it's not that bad. But I did the best I can with the time that I have. Okay, so now the $1,000,000 question here is this unit worth purchasing? Definitely. I actually like this kit. I got this for for a decent deal from a private seller. And if you're a Zaku fan like me, highly suggestible to get this beast here. Okay, now before I end this video, here are the extra parts that you guys will need. Okay, so you can actually use this piece here is for the action base. There's the slot underneath there, and there you go. There's no slot underneath here, so you'll actually have to just press this in till you hear a clicking sound. But right now I just don't have the time anymore to show that. But once you hear a click, it should be easy enough, and check your manual. Now the other extra part that I actually want to show you guys is the hands here. I've already shown you guys this one for that frame review. This doesn't move at all. And the last piece is Char Aznable himself, which is this guy here. I almost broke this when I was building. There you go. This is going to be a real challenge painting. Okay, so that is all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. It's going to be a surprise for my next one. Okay, this is Reap 13. Have a good day, good night, afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, really appreciate it. And maybe click that subscribe icon there. Thank you. See ya.